I'm having a private showing tonight, at midnight.
Good time. After dinner, but before breakfast.
You can bring some friends, of course. No more than 6, though. Otherwise, I'm afraid we might be a bit full.
Oh, you're expecting a crowd.
Like I said, no more than 6. See you at midnight, then.
Ooh, scary.
Hello and welcome to Just That Film. My name's Ben.
I'm Charlie.
And today we're talking about the 1988 cult classic, Waxwork.
Yes, written and directed by Anthony Hickox, who was a London promoter. He was a promoter in nightclubs back in the 70s.
Okay.
And he had the idea for this film and he went out to LA and wrote the script and he was peddling it back for ages, trying to get it made. Okay. Finally got it made. He ended up directing a few other things like Hellraiser 3 and stuff, but this was his pet project. This was his baby.
Okay.
Yeah. He's actually in the film as well.
Okay, who is he?
Do you remember in the Mummy segment?
Yeah.
No, not the Mummy segment. The Marquis de Sade segment.
Yeah.
No, the English person, the English prince who he's trying to impress. That's the director.
Oh,
that's the
okay.
writer director.
Okay.
Yeah. So like me thinking, I'm going to stick myself in the pervy bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. He died in 2023 in Romania, aged 64.
Not that old then.
No.
Not that old. He must have been young when he directed this then. Because he's 88.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, he must have been quite young when he directed this. Yeah.
But well done to him getting it made.
Yeah.
And I think for what it is it's good enough effects, good enough.
Oh, the effects are really good. I like and all the little mini stories I like in it as well. It's about these group of friends that go into this waxwork museum that they suddenly just realise is on their street, and if you walk behind the display, if you walk into the display, you become part of the scene that's going on with the like there's werewolf scenes, there's like Frankenstein scenes, there's Dracula, there's like the Mummy.
I don't think there is a Frankenstein scene.
No, there's all sorts. There's I think there's everything.
Invisible Man.
Yeah.
Phantom of the Opera.
It's like Day of the Triffids kind of thing in there, something like that.
Yeah, like a little shop of horror.
Yeah,
type thing. Reference because where it goes food me. So
and there's a woman being Fred Castelline or something. Oh, that's Invisible Man.
Yeah. And it's like a freak show baby thing.
And a nanny sort of thing. Yeah, there's a few things.
Oh, it's like a demon baby.
Yeah, and like a zombie thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like Night of the Living Dead. So yeah,
Marquis de Sade.
Yeah, so if they fall into that, then they become part of the waxwork. They get killed,
and then it become then all of a sudden their body is part of the display as one of the waxwork music models.
And it turns out the guy running the waxwork, who's like 200 years old, he's the plan is that each waxwork gets a victim, and then they can all come to life, all the monsters.
Yeah, and that's what happens.
So you got Zach Galligan, who's most famous for Gremlins. Deborah Foreman, who plays the
Marquis de Sade girl.
Yeah,
is it Sarah?
I want to say Sarah.
Yeah.
She was in April Fool's Day.
Yes. Yes.
Which I really want to see because I haven't seen that since I was about 8.
Yeah, I haven't seen it for years. I just love the poster of April Fool's Day.
And it's got Biff in it as well, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Right. But this has got Michelle Johnson.
Yeah.
She's in Death Becomes Her.
Yeah.
And this dream I had the other night.
She is. I really fancy doing this, and I liked her name, China. I thought it was really unusual. It was a really nice name, China, and I just thought I loved her character because she's like, and she's very like curvy. She's really pretty, and she's like white sort of
face,
really confident. And
me and Adam actually we've been watching Tales from the Crypt, and she was in one of the best episodes of that. This one called Split Second, which is about this. She marries this lumberjack bloke who's just looks like he's got bald head with long hair at the back. He's like really sort of punching above his weight. But he gets really jealous of any bloke looking near her, and she has an affair with this other guy, and he ends up blinding him or something. But she's really sexy in that as well.
Yeah, I know she was lovely in this, and even like when she goes into the Dracula bit, doesn't she? And then when she's done up in all that with the long hair and the big dress, she looks lovely.
Well, what are you supposed to be doing, handsome? Let's just take a little look.
Welcome, my dear. We thought you were too tired to join us, so we started without you. My apologies. You are going to grace us with your presence. Join us. Come to me.
Well, I've got her as the third sexiest woman in the 80s.
Oh, okay. So what's your top 5 sexiest
My top
women?
5. Number 5, and this is I'll be specific for what film as well.
Right.
Elizabeth Shue, Adventures in Babysitting, is number 5.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Leah Thompson and Howard the Duck, number 4.
Okay.
You know, especially when she's in her underwear. Michelle Johnson, Waxwork, number 3.
Yeah.
Kerry Green in The Goonies.
Okay.
You know.
I'd put Michelle Johnson above Kerry Green.
Yeah, but you're gay.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, but I do like redheads.
I know number 1 is.
Dee Dee Pfeiffer.
Yeah. I know that film that you Vamp. She's lovely in Vamp.
Yeah.
Her character in Vamp is brilliant.
But I'm hoping you stick a picture of each of them above our heads here.
Right,
1,
okay.
2, 3, 4, 5.
From the films.
From the films.
Not what they look like now.
No,
Actually, no. There's some of them look alright now.
They hold
I think
up.
they actually look quite good. I know. I see when I've done a picture of like Michelle Johnson. I think she actually still looks pretty good.
All 5 of them. Elizabeth Shue looks
Yeah.
good now. She was in like The Boys. Leah Thompson still looks good. Michelle Johnson. Kerry Green still looks like Dee Dee Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
So that means that I've got an eye for longevity. Because some women, they look rough as anything now. But all 5 of them, I'd say they look pretty. But don't show pictures of them now. Show pictures of them.
I'll show them
in those.
Yeah. Well,
those
Michelle
films.
Johnson's in this film anyway, isn't she? So.
We see a lot of her.
Yeah.
Good. You've also got David Warner, who's the man who runs the Waxwork. He's in Titanic. He's in loads of things.
Yeah, I recognise his face. Titanic, that's what I'm probably known from.
But he's like one of those sort of old British time actors. He's sort of like, you put him in the same category as, say, Charles Dance. You know, he always had a good British villain. He died 2022.
Oh, so recent.
Yeah, of cancer. He's 80. That little person is Mihaly Michu Mazaros, who was 2'8". Really short. He was also Alf. The Alien.
Oh, the Alien. Oh, he was Alf the Alien, okay.
And he was also like stunt double and like Look Who's Talking and stuff, so he played like an alien. He died 2016, age 76.
Oh,
which
wow.
I think is quite a long run
Very
for
good.
someone, a short person, like a dwarf or midget or whatever. They don't tend to have as long a lifespan as that. So, no, it was good. You also had, there's a small part for John Rhys Davies. He's the man who turns into the wolf. The fatter man who's like going, oh, get out of here, blah, blah, blah. Because he went on to be in like Lord of the Rings, and he was in the Indiana Jones films. He was quite a successful actor. So this was after Indiana Jones, so I'm surprised they had him in it for such a small part. And you also had Patrick McNee from the Avengers. He was the bloke in the wheelchair.
Yeah, that's
Another
right.
old
What about the bloke the one who turns into a werewolf and all that? Like the mates, the main characters. You're mentioning lots of other bit part characters.
Yeah, but these are the most famous people in it.
Okay.
I looked at them and I was like, and he was in So She Robbed Me Twice, and he was in, and it's like, who cares?
Okay.
They didn't do anything with their life. They don't deserve mentioning.
It's a bit harsh, isn't it?
Well, if they can't be Zach Galligan and being Gremlins.
Yeah. So, did you like this film then?
Yeah, I do like this film.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what Mummy said?
Right, go on.
What's this shit?
Did she?
She watched it. I made her watch it with me.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, afterwards, she went, "Oh, who picked that one? Oh, that was shit." But she still watched it and she's still laughing away at some of the ridiculousness because it's a deliberately ridiculous film. Yeah,
it's a cult classic.
It's very tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
It's sort of like when they come in at the end and he's in some barricade thing in his wheelchair.
Yeah, that
it's supposed to be over the top.
But
and
I think it feels to me like a lot of the scenes at the beginning, there's a lot more time taken on them. Like the bit with the vampire with Michelle Johnson, I think that's a lot more. Like there's a lot more.
I liked all those little segments.
The wolf one's very good, and the wolf looks very similar to the wolf at American Werewolf in London.
Similar. I mean, obviously at the time you had things like Werewolf in London, Howling, Silver Bullet, all these films which they really wanted to do transformations, especially after American Werewolf in London.
Oh yeah, there's no way. The transformation's no way near.
And I probably watched this. I probably watched this for the first time when I was about 8, I guess.
Yeah.
I was really young when I first watched this, and maybe 10, and that at the time I always used to love werewolves anyway, mainly because of American Werewolf in London. But that segment was my favourite part when I was a kid. I used to think, look at it, the werewolf chasing him around the thing, and it's a nice little sort of. He ends up. He's the first one to go, isn't he?
Yeah.
His lighter goes into the waxwork and he goes in there, and he's like, well, "There's a house. Let's go in there," kind of thing.
And he's quite funny. He's quite funny. Yeah, he's quite funny because he's sort of.
But it's so over the top. It's so sort of cliche and over the top. But that's what you want from something like this. Like him going, "Okay, well, I'll get firewood," and he's like, "Look, I must be hypnotised. What are you doing?"
I want a pretty girl. And I don't get where's the pretty girls and like the lovely beach and all that. And I'm in the woods with some weirdo and.
But then you have him obviously go back in and then getting chased around the cabin, and the guy's turning up just after he's been bitten or whatever and getting shot. It's a great little segment. Yeah. And then I think the next one is
China.
Michelle Johnson.
Yeah,
going into the vampire one. And the thing that one I always remembered as a kid, mainly because of the way he says steak tartare.
Steak tartare.
Steak tartare.
Yeah.
Oh, steak tartare. He's such a terrible actor, that bloke. But you can see why they hired him, because they thought, let's just get a model. He's probably a model.
Yeah.
He's sort of like perfectly chiselled and everything. Yeah. And she'd already established beforehand that's the kind of life she was looking for. Someone fancy and well-to-do or whatever.
And did you like the other vampire women?
They were all right. You know what? So you mentioned the other women. Skipping ahead, the woman in the mummy section is really hot.
Yeah, she's really pretty.
I never noticed that before. It was only watching this time, especially like she falls to the floor. She's sitting there with her legs wide open, and it keeps glancing on it. And I'm like, I'm watching it with Mum, so I don't want to pause it. But I'm thinking, can you see anything?
No,
because I'm sure it's not like a Basic Instinct thing. No. But she's blatantly sitting.
She's really pretty, actually.
She's really pretty, and she's. I'm going to look up who that was actually.
Yeah, like you could have had her as one of the other characters in it. Really,
maybe she wasn't a good actor, but she was really pretty. She knows, China's still number one for me.
Yeah,
on there.
China was lovely. I like China's character. I remember really fancying China in this. Obviously, before I was gay, but I mean, I always liked sort of that kind of brashy, big boob, tarty sort of, all them kind of women. It was either that or the complete opposite. It was like her out of the Shore thing. Not the Shore thing. Daphne Zuniga. Like that kind of like sort of boffiny type, really. Sort of intelligent. So it's like one extreme to the other. I like Claire Rockus and Samantha Fox and all that type, and then I also liked the very clean cut. And so it's one, very unusual sort of tastes.
Well, not really. I think that's reasonable. I sort of have that kind of I've got a varied taste in women. I can't find who she was. That's annoying. It's like Girl in Pyramid, Kendall Conrad.
She's done a few things.
She was in Alienation, Hard to Kill. Well, I'm going to be watching Hard to Kill though. She was in Dallas.
Yeah, she's very pretty though, and that was quite a good segment as well.
That was a great segment because you think, oh God, you're stuck. What can you do?
Yeah.
You can't escape the room.
And then they chuck him in there, and there's the tarantula and the snake in there. And he squashes his head.
Squashes his head.
Yeah.
And again, Mum was watching. She won't admit she was getting into it. She was like, oh God.
Yeah.
So, Mum.
No, I think with this film, I love it. I love all the segments, and it's really good. And then it just seems like at the end, it seems like we've only got X amount of time now. Come on, let's just get this done. Sort of
have everyone sort of
yeah
going at once.
It's a bit, and there's some of them people wasn't needed in it. I don't think like the although it makes it fun, like the butler, and it's a bit like, come on, we're gonna get them, and everyone suddenly turns up.
Well, this is the thing. I was thinking even at the time, I think it basically looks like Dad's army turned up. They're old people.
Yeah,
and they're going up against these powerful villains, these powerful creatures. Realistically, you think, well, they ain't got a chance, even though there's 100 of them.
No.
But, you know, it is what it is. It's that kind of film. I don't mind how the climax. I think, okay, big over-the-top climax.
But listen, I like this film.
And Patrick McKee getting killed by the werewolf as the place burns.
Yeah, no, it's good.
And then you see the hand escapes at the very end, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which is nice. Did you ever watch part 2?
Oh, part 2 was absolutely horrendous. I think I started watching it and I turned it off. I think it's got...
Because it's the same guy who's written and directed it.
I think I started watching it. Maybe you should watch it.
Well, you ain't really sold it to me.
No, I remember I started watching it, and I think I turned it off. It's got Martin. Is it Martin Sheen? Not Martin Sheen.
Martin Fowler.
No, at Spandau Ballet. Martin Kemp.
Martin Kemp.
He's in it. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Which is really unusual. But
well, he was getting right into acting at that time, wasn't he?
Yeah.
They was in a few things.
Yeah, I
Waxwork 2, 5.4. So Zach Galligan's back in it. Yeah, Martin Kemp. Bruce Campbell's in it. I like Bruce from Evil Dead.
It might be worth watching. Maybe you should give it a go. But
China's not in it. They got Patrick McNee back. How? He got killed by a werewolf.
It's like David
Carradine's in it.
Who's that?
He's in Kill Bill.
Okay.
You know how he died in real life? Asphyxiation, Wayne.
Okay.
Isn't that a horrible way to die? At 72. Dirty old bastard. Died. Accidental asphyxiation.
Yeah. No, I do like. Yeah, this film is a.
And he was married.
It's a typical 80s horror film. It's like a very. It's fun though. I think it's a fun watch.
Like I mentioned before the other week about Lily making me watch Troll 2. That's like a fun sort of horror over the top thing, but it's bad. This I don't think it's bad because I like it. It's got a premise. It's got a premise that.
And the effects are pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of love put into it from the director, and.
And the characters are good. Like they're like the werewolf the bloke who goes into the werewolf thing. China.
Zach Galligan's
good.
Where he's like,
and his friend.
I need the caffeine. That was another thing that stood out to me because as a kid in this country, it's not a big deal if you give your kids coffee unless you're Rosie. She had a moan at me when I gave Albie and Lily coffee when they were kids. But anyway, when I remember watching this as a kid, thinking. What's caffeine? Is that meant to be like a big drug thing? You know, but it turns out it's quite a big deal to American kids.
Okay.
They don't let them have coffee, and that's why they have to have Diet Coke out there.
It had an extended werewolf segment. Originally scripted to be longer, with more stalking and build-up before the attack. Some character beats and atmosphere were trimmed to keep pacing tight and the runtime under control. This explains why the sequence feels richer than the others. It survived the edit with more of its bones intact.
There was supposed to be some more characters in the Waxwork, which they couldn't have for legal reasons. One was Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th, 5 children from Village of the Damned, and also The Thing. 1982's The Thing.
Yeah, Village of the Damned, that's the little kids with the eyes, isn't it? It's not a black and white film. I think it's supposed to be quite a good film, isn't it? They've all got blonde hair. That's it. They'll get pregnant at the same time. The town falls asleep. I think it's all of a sudden the town falls asleep.
They'll get pregnant.
And then all of a sudden they'll wake up and there's ones who couldn't have kids and there's ones that have got loads of kids and all of a sudden they all have kids at the same time. And they're all blonde and blue-eyed. And they're like little demon kids. It's quite good. I think it's quite a good film. I can't remember it. It might be a bit... It's a bit pop culture. I mean, it's mentioned in stuff. I think it's been sort of parodied in Simpsons and probably Family Guy and stuff like that as well.
According to Mum, the pyramid scene is very accurate because she said, because she's been in the pyramid, and she went, "Oh, that's the pyramid." Oh, well, it's a film. She went, "No, that's exactly how it looks inside the pyramid." The tomb thing in the middle. So
I don't like the thought of the thing shutting down and you're trapped in there.
And a mummy coming out.
Yeah. Longer vampire castle material. The vampire sequence was meant to lean harder into gothic melodrama. Extra dialogue and transitional moments were cut to avoid slowing the film's momentum. And there was an expanded zombie violence. Early edits reportedly pushed the gore further. Some effects shots were shortened or removed to keep the film with an acceptable theatrical rating.
Yeah, I always thought the zombie segment was quite
very
rushed,
quick.
because it's quite nice little how it cuts to black and white, because it's obviously meant to be like a
but apparently really gory. So there's, out of all of them, this was coming from like late 80s. Blood was negotiable. Too much blood was not.
David Warner, who obviously is, as I said, the Waxwork bloke, he shot all of his scenes in 2 days because of his availability, because where he was in demand.
Yeah, but as I say, because he's such a good actor, that's easily done. And if you think, he's not really in a lot of the scenes. You know, majority of the scenes are...
Well, you see him outside the house. I suppose the opening bit, because the opening bit is supposed to be him killing Zach Galligan.
That's not him.
No, you don't see him.
Yeah. Because that's what it is. It's Zach Galligan's grandfather who had these artifacts from each of these, like something from the mummy's tomb, something to do with a werewolf, something to do with a vampire. So there's all these things that's what brings them all to life, because they've all got each setting has got a relic of some sort in there that actually is part of the original. Like werewolf or vampire or mummy or invisible man or whatever. Yeah. And so then when the human goes in there, that makes it complete. So then when he's got them all done.
Yeah. It's a bit over the top, but yeah. It works for the film. The effects artist, Bob Keane, spent 18 hours a day for 8 weeks working on the monsters in the film. That's a lot of time.
That is.
He'd worked on Star Wars, Alien... Never-Ending Story, Event Horizon, Dog Soldiers, Superman, Hellraiser, Candyman. So, you know, he's very popular, Bob Keane.
Creature suits were brutal. The werewolf performer dealt with heat, limited vision and heavy prosthetics. That discomfort translates directly onto the screen menace. Yeah, you can see that kind of makeup does take hours and hours, and it must be fun to go, I'd love to play that, but it must be so... annoying that you can't. It takes ages to put the layers on, and to be in that costume all day with the hot lights as well. It must be really uncomfortable.
Right, so you know where you said about the ending. Yeah. So what are your feelings on the ending then? Do you think it was a bit rushed?
That was okay. It's all right. No, I think it felt a little bit rushed at the end. But you know what? As you said yourself, yeah, it's all part of the film. Like all the characters come back. Like the vampire. That's quite funny with the vampire, and he turns into a bat, and they catch it and they shoot his head, blow his head off. And China comes back. Yeah. With a bit of a cheek missing.
Yeah, I don't like...
No, when he took her cheek off. I know, a beautiful face.
Well, Hickox, the director's father, had always told him, never wait to shoot the end of your film last, because you will usually run out of money or time. And it happened here. Yeah. And his 4 days of planned time-hopping action had to be minimised to a single day, so he just turned it into a big pub fight. Yeah. So that's why it is what it is. It
felt that way.
Yeah.
It felt that way.
Yeah, so it was also his first feature, and he never felt nervous during production until the completion Bond people arriving saying they were out of money and needed to wrap it up. So the result was the heavily truncheoned end battle. That's why it's constantly bam, 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 just fight. You can imagine him just getting everyone together and saying, right, you fight you and you.
I suppose really them two couldn't fight all of them people off. They needed the outside forces, but it's just the fact that it was all old people, like the butler and all that. Why would the butler be there? Why would the bloke in the wheelchair? What's he going to do? Yeah, you know. But
you know, also the vampire segment originally came before the werewolf segment.
Did it?
But they swapped it round because they felt the werewolf segment was better at just introducing the idea of what's happening. Okay. So the werewolf segment's shorter, and it's just in that one location, whereas the vampire one goes on for a little while, doesn't it? It's got her eating at dinner. Then it's got there's the bit where she finds her husband.
Her fiancé,
and his legs all ripped.
Yeah, that's what.
And the bloke leaning on his leg.
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah. Then all the little vampires come in, and then one of them gets impaled on the wine thing.
Yeah.
You know, that they all explode and...
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, that's obviously, that segment's a lot longer, but I think you're more tolerant of it because she's really hot. So, yeah.
I remember her in Death Becomes Her. I think she's like a beautician. She's working in like a beauty place. I think it's where Meryl Streep goes to. Because I recognised her in it straight away. I think I asked China out of Waxwork.
Well, you know that also that Deborah Foreman who
Yeah.
plays Sarah, she was actually dating the director
Oh, okay.
when they'd done this.
So is that
And
why she got the part?
no, I don't know if, but that's why she doesn't return for part 2 because they split up. They had a messy split up.
Quick, he's changing! Make my day.
Yeah, Waxwork gained much of its reputation through video rental culture, which is that's what it was back then. The box art did seriously heavy lifting and lured in unsuspecting weekend renters like a cinematic Venus flytrap. It is that's how you used to. I mean, there wasn't trailers and all that back then, unless there was a certain video that have a couple of trailers on it. But the way you would pick a film is that is word of mouth, or you'd look at the covers and you'd go, "Oh, look at that," and you'd look at the back, and most of the time it had nothing to do with whatever the cover was. I mean, the amount of times I looked at video covers and went, "Oh, that looks brilliant," and looking at the back, and it was like something completely different. But that's how they used to sell it in the olden days.
Well, I think that's probably.
And it was a nice way. So I think I used to love that, going to the video shop. I used to do it all the time when I was a kid. When I was younger, I used to go to the video shop and I'd spend hours. Well, not hours in there, but I'd sit there and I'd go, right, I'm going to have that one. I'm going to watch that one. I'm going to watch this one. You know, there was some really. It was a nice thing. Whereas now you just scroll through and download, watch it straight away, and it sort of takes that fun part out of it.
Yeah.
It's like with records. I like a record when you look at the record and you look at the cover and the inlay, and there's like all the words or there's all the design on the cover.
Album covers now are just boring.
It's just a little thing, a little Spotify picture now. Whereas it had so much. They used to put so much effort and time into
This is why
the material.
I think the 80s posters were the best. I think, because that, like you said, there was so much to compete with, especially the horror ones, because they, like you said,
Fright Night, April Fool's Day, Exorcist, it's 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, but even still, all the Nightmare on Elm Street. Obviously, any horror film from the era, they'd have to like reel you in. I remember House. We'll just have that zombie hand press.
So I remember, I don't think I've ever seen the film, but I've just seen
you had it on VHS.
Yeah, but I can't remember seeing it. I don't remember it at all. I
remember
remember the poster of like the skeleton-y finger pressing the doorbell.
Yeah,
I remember that.
And also there was House 2 as well, which I think had like it was sticking its fingers up or something like that. This is actually the first time I watched it, and obviously it's obvious now when you think about it. I realised all the waxworks were actually obviously real people. Just standing there, because you see them sort of moving slightly or something like that. And I thought, well, of course they wouldn't make waxworks and then get the actors after.
I know the waxworks wouldn't look that good.
David Warner reportedly leaned into the role of Lincoln, the wax curator, with deliberate theatrical excess. He knew exactly what kind of movie this was and chose to chew the scenery like it was made of paraffin. Yeah, but that's why you would often get British actors as villains. Largely in the 80s, it's also rolled over into the 90s, but like Charles Dance was often playing a villain, say like in Golden Child, David Warner in this, Alan Rickman in Die Hard. It's something about that old sort of thespian British actor over the top. I think it's like a superiority thing, because when they speak you think they seem so knowing, they seem like you can't outwit
the posh
them.
ones, the posh English actors.
Oh, you think this, blah, blah. Because you automatically, especially an American audience, would look at it and go, well, we're not going to outwit him because he's clearly intelligent because of the way he speaks. But also, their acting, they learn their acting from stage. You know, and I think that's why, even to this day, British actors do so well out in America, because they're in it for the love of the art, not in it to become famous. You know, they become famous as an afterthought, really. So this film, how would you sort of sell it to someone? What kind of person would you recommend it to?
For someone that likes 80s horror films, it's a tongue-in-cheek type of like sort of like Return of the Living Dead sort of.
I think it's a very easy watch. It's also, you'd say to them, don't take it seriously. It's joking.
No, it is, but it's good. It's enjoyable. It's enjoyable. I like the characters in it. I like all the little sets. I like the fact that you've got all these little mini movies in there. It's like they all go to the Waxwork Museum, and they're all likeable characters. There's no one that you think, oh, that one gets on my nerves. They're all actually just like nice youngsters, and I like that they've all got their own little bit of. The two at the end don't really have much, do they? Really, the young couple at the end.
No, they're there to fill in the bits because they weren't able to get the Marquis de Sade wasn't able to get.
No. So the four main characters is the first four.
And then you got the detective as well, who's sort of looking into it.
Yeah.
I like how he sort of
gets pushed into the...
how he works it out, because first of all, he goes there along with Zach Galligan.
Yeah.
And it's one of those sort of typical things you think, well, the detective don't believe him, but we know.
Yeah.
I wish you took him seriously. And it's only afterwards he's looking at the photos, he's looking at the missing people, and he has little flashbacks of all the waxworks. And hold on a sec, all those people.
And he's the one that cuts China's face, isn't it?
Oh, bastard. And he's the one who gets killed by the mummy. But at least he gets chucked in with that woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a snake and a tarantula, though.
Oh, yeah.
So
the snakes don't bother me, but...
The tarantula.
Although tarantulas ain't actually that bad. That kind of tarantula.
Yeah.
You know, people get them ones as pets. But
you've also got the mummy in there with you that grabs her.
Yeah, but this is the thing. He chucks them in the tomb and then closes the tomb, doesn't he?
He puts the thing on top so they can't get out.
But it's left a little gap because you see their fingers when the...
Yeah.
I mean, he must die, I guess, because that's the whole point. He has to die for the waxwork to work. But yeah. Well, at least he gets sort of gripped up by the bird. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a good film.
I like it.
It's an easy watch. As I say, it probably won't be for everybody.
No, but if you like 80s horror,
and you don't, and things that you don't take too seriously, then this is your film. You know, it's a good.
It's a high concept thing. It's like simply put, it's a waxwork museum, and if you fall into the display, you experience it.
And it's probably one of the only 80s films you haven't got a pair of boobs in.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's missing, really. I mean, you've got China and you've got the Egyptian girls, so they've got plenty of opportunity, but whatever.
Yeah.
I think they started veering towards the end of the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't see it as much.
No, that was a very early 80s.
Yeah. Early to mid 80s, you'd get like, right, where's the boob shot? Here it is. You know, but
it was just for no reason. Sometimes it was like so random, the boob shot, that you think they've added that in.
Yeah, like the one in Class where he just suddenly pulls her top down. She's like, ah!
And like in Partners, when he gets in the shower with the girl.
Yeah.
You know, like it's sort of like there's always.
It's almost like you can imagine the studio going, okay, and where are you going to have the topless shot in the set?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. We'll have it like some woman's top falls off or something. But they could have it in the film. They knew that's what would resonate with, especially, I imagine, teenage boys would watch it. Yeah. But yeah, no, I enjoy this film. I don't think... I don't agree with remakes anyway, and I think it suits
you don't need a remake of it.
It works as an 80s film.
Yeah. Right, IMDb. This film got 6.1 out of 10, which I suppose ain't that bad, really.
Not bad. It could have got...
I thought it would got maybe a lot less than that.
Oh, if Bum had rated it. But as I said, she enjoyed it more than she realised. It's like when, you know, when the big tall butler bloke breaks that bloke's neck.
Yeah. And
she's like, oh, God, so that's thinking, well, you're getting into it. You're not playing your Candy Crush, so...
I think it's just where it does feel a bit rushed at the end. But then, as I said, that's the same with Evil Dead. No, Evil Dead feels a bit rushed at the end. You know, like, it's like they've run out of money. But Evil Dead, I think, was really scary. Like, that one who gets, is it Cheryl, who's under the floorboard? Like, when she turns, she looks really scary. And also the one who looked like Lauren.
Yeah.
Who goes, we're gonna get you.
No,
if they just had them ones in it,
when
and
it's
they
just
sort of
him
had it
alone at the end, and he's like, God, he's got to...
I think they should have just had the other two, like, run off. You know, the ones that turn into plasticine models.
Yeah, but I mean, that film was made on a shoestring.
But it's brilliant. It's brilliant. As I say, it was really scary to begin with. And that could have, like, I think it's just, it makes it like a cult kind of thing because of the ending. And it's so, like, the little head coming out of the...
Yeah, but that's fun.
Thing. It's fun. It's part of the fun of it. Yeah, it is. And I like that. And that shows, that shows the era that it's in, because that's the kind of thing that we liked, and that's what we love about all these films. This has got things in it similar to that.
Yeah.
All them kind of 80s horror films.
Yeah, and it's the good thing about these films is like
People done it for fun, like passion projects, wasn't it? They go, I'm going to make a film, and I'd love to have been able to be that age in them days to actually have the money behind me to make films. I would have loved to have made films like that.
And they're always only about an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
They're not like you were saying before, like the older films you'd have sometimes going for like 2 hours or whatever. These were very concise. They knew what they was doing. You know, they'd have Killer Party, something like that. You know, very, very short, very quick film, and that's it. But it was great. It's great fun. You know,
and there's loads out there we probably haven't even seen. Like, as I said, you hadn't even seen Vamp until recently, and then you loved Vamp.
I love Vamp,
and she's your number one
80s chick, Edie Pfeiffer. But yeah, like loads. Like, this is the thing. Like some people like to, like I say, I keep giving an example of Mum. She watches the film, she doesn't realise how much she's enjoying it. And it's easy for her to go, oh, what a load of crap.
Yeah.
What a load of crap. But you think, yeah, but you watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
So there's something about it that you're thinking, I suppose it's sort of like, say if you went and see a panto, you'd enjoy yourself, have a good time, but you couldn't say it's high art. You wouldn't say it's like a proper theatrical production on all the themes and stuff. So it's easy for people.
But the thing is, they don't make films like this no more. No. This is of an era. And I suppose it's sort of nostalgia reasons that you watch these and you go, oh, look at that. But you love all that. That's what you love about it, because it is so easy to watch. Yeah, I like this film. I think it's a good film.
No, I like it.
Rotten Tomatoes, this got 60% by the critics, 47% by the audience, which I thought the audience would have been higher than the critics.
Yeah, maybe.
Because it's a cult. But I think this is the type of film that I think I first see it was on cable. And it was like, so it was that's why I think it's got a cult following, because it was one of them films that people was turning over and they see it. Because I don't remember, I don't think it was a cinema thing. Well, it might have been, I don't think it was. But
you also had all the, like, if you look at loads of those 80s horror ones, there'd be people, as I said again, like Mum, who would just sort of go, oh no, rubbish, thumbs down. Yeah. But it's full of, the people who like it really love these films. They'll go deep dives into these things. Like even with Lily the other day making me watch Troll 2, I could see why it's popular, because it's one of those things you can sit there and laugh. It's so bad, and they're turning into goblins now and stuff. And
I mean, just don't listen. It's fun. It's just a fun film. It's a fun film.
People take themselves so seriously.
It's just a bit of escapism, and I'm sure anyone that's watching this has seen the film anyway, so they know what the film's about.
And anyone who's seen like other one of our podcasts, it's not like, oh, we only like trashy films. We like high-end films.
I like
high
all
art
sorts of films.
We like films with serious subject matters and things like that. But sometimes you like to watch something which is just a bit of fun. Yeah. And over-the-top fun. You ain't got to sit afterwards feeling dirty or thinking, oh, that poor child who gets murdered and stuff. You watch something like this and think, oh, ain't it over the top? Ain't it silly, but isn't it fun? Yeah. It's like a roller coaster ride.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The budget for this film was $3.5 million, and in the box office it made 808,114.
Oh God!
So not very good to
say. The budget sounds like the same as the Children's Hour.
Yeah, budget wasn't very good at all. But I think it probably would have made its money back on like videos and stuff like that. I mean,
and it's got a.
That's where it would have got its stuff. This would have been after Gremlins as well, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah. It's
so
about 4 years after
so he would have been the selling point for it.
Yeah,
it's the only film I've seen him in apart from Gremlins and Gremlins 2.
Yeah, I can't think of the top of my head. I'm sure he has. I'm sure he has been in other things, but the thing is, even if it wasn't technically successful, it has got a cult following, and the director, you know, as I said, as someone myself who wishes they was making films, I think, I'd be immensely proud. I think it's out there. Yeah. It's got a proper cover, it's proper release. It's got a fan base.
It's the 80s, 88. What are we on? 26. That's like fucking. What was it? 38 years old.
Yeah, something like that. No.
If it was that made in 88, what are we now? 2026. Yeah, 38 years old.
Oh yeah, it's 38. Yeah. I forgot what year we was in.
Yeah, 2026. That's 38 years. That's not bad. Oh, so they all looks really good then, the girls, didn't it? Really, if you think for 38 years later. Yeah.
You got to make sure you do a picture of that girl sitting in the Egyptian thing as well with her legs open.
Okay.
You can screenshot it.
Oh.
I'm sure you don't see anything.
No, you don't see nothing.
No, but it's a nice image anyway. I think it's the phone now.
Right, okay. So, well, thanks for listening.
Please like, subscribe, share, and email us.
At justthatfilm@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And what are you doing next week then, Charles?
Next week, I want to do Scarface. Because, as you know, recently I went to Cuba. Thailand. Which doubled as Cuba. And I was going to do Scarface out there with Adam, but he was too busy pleasuring ladyboys. So he's like, so no, but I done the introduction. I done a little bit of it out there, and I thought just because I want to take them up because we stayed in a place which looked like Tony Montana's mansion.
It's a brilliant film.
It's a brilliant film.
Brilliant film.
And I don't know last time you watched it. What do you reckon? About 20 years ago.
Probably that, yeah.
Yeah, I rewatched it.
You don't realise how long it's been since you've seen films. It's only been time goes by so quick. Well, I might have seen it in this house. I've lived here for nearly 17 years.
But watch it again. It does hold up. It is a really good film. Okay. You can see the popularity of it. And we'll do Scarface next week.
Well, thank you very much. And then we'll catch up with you soon. See you later.
Bye-bye.
I do what I want when I want. Dig it or fuck off.
Imagine, if you will, a place that appeals to your deepest and darkest fantasies. Look.
Now this is killer.
But whatever you do, don't step over the rope.
Welcome, my dear. We thought you were too tired to join us.
All right, I'm hypnotized.
Hey, not so fast.
Relax. A cup of coffee, we'll talk about it.
I want out of here, Sarah. I'm serious.
It isn't real!
Live, my children. Live.
Vestron Pictures welcomes you into a new dimension in terror. Waxwork.